down the hammer and pick up the pencil. You're about to listen to the Savvy Radio Show. Learn from real-life real estate investors, experience revealed with the Savvy Landlord as your host.
Hey, 2019, hopefully you're doing it big, man. I'm getting convicted. Am I doing the very best I could do? Am I going to the next level? How much content can I give away? And I'm ready. This has been a project that I have been working on for like 5 years. For real. It's just, hold on. Welcome to the Savvy Radio Show. This is your friend, Steve VanCauwenbergh, the Savvy Somebody, doing it big. Got to celebrate. Got my audio on Audible. It was a 3-year just dumbness. I should have just fought through it. Too many details. If you didn't know, I wrote a book called The Savvy Landlord, The Common Sense Approach to Real Estate Investing. It's hot. Go get it. Get it on Audible. Help your boy out. That money goes to Whiz Kids. It's a local literacy program for at-risk youth. Do something good. It's like $20. I don't know. I get like $5. Or you can buy it direct from your homeboy, and even more can go to these children. But this is a project that I've been working on for a long time. I have a dream to write a course on managing the manager. Man, my lifestyle has been wonderful because I have focused a lot on bank funding and property management. After you get the property management locked down, then go after bank funding, and then life is real good. Well, I had a homeboy ask me some questions. He's got a new property manager that he's trying to take under his wing, and he's like, man, do you have a checklist? I was like, oh, homie, I got a lot of checklists. No, he's like, I know you got a checklist, VanCauwenbergh. No, do you have a checklist for what they should do daily or weekly or monthly? And I was like, man, I don't, but I'm going to write one real fast. So I just grabbed the pen. Actually, I just grabbed down the keyboard and I started pecking away. And this is what I popped out. Now, this is organic. It's still working in progress. So I might have to have a part 15 or something. But a great question. The more questions that you ask me, the more content that I can get out there and the more that we can grow together. Because when you ask me a question, it makes me think, and then I get to work, and then I remember, and then I grow. It's so beneficial. I love the book. It's out of print called Teach to Be Rich. And I probably never went through it like any other person with a course. But the concept just makes sense, the cone of learning. The more that we teach, the more that we speak and we read and we share what we have, the more you retain it, the better you become. And then next thing you know, you savvy. You're your own savvy investor. That's the cool thing about the whole savvy concept. I don't know if you didn't know that. The savvy investors is not about me. Savvy landlord is going to die. One day, I'm out. Sooner than later, but it's going to happen. And the word landlord is negative anyway, but the word savvy investors is going to sustain for generations, I hope. But you, the listening to this radio show, you are savvy because you're gaining knowledge. You're getting a tip. There's a nugget that I'm about to drop that you didn't think about that makes you smarter. So then you become savvy. All right. Anyway, so property manager, daily, weekly, monthly checklist. Here we go. Bang, bang. When you walk into the office, check your emails for overnight concerns, repairs, complaints, rent paying issues. Boom. Check your emails. Obviously, check your text messages. I don't know if your property manager takes a phone home with them. Sometimes mine does. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it leaves it there. But again, every day, several times a day, check your emails, text messages on repairs, complaints. And you just have to do it. I mean, it's pretty obvious. There's nothing really going on because that's how the ball rolls. A text message will come in, an email will come in, a request through the website, which is called a tenant portal, and the ball is moving. You log in. When you walk in, you log into your software. You should have software that should run your business. Okay. Any new business I start today has to be online. Not selling online, but it has to run online. Like there's finally QuickBooks online. I remember for years, QuickBooks was only on a machine and we had to dedicate one laptop for dumb. Now we don't have to do that. Everything runs in the cloud. It should run in the cloud. It should be online and no excuses. I know you're behind. I know you're going to Cozy because it's free or you're using some other software. Whatever it is, at least do it, but learn about it. Make sure that it syndicates when you're marketing property and that your tenants can log in and pay. And there's a also known as a tenant portal. Get on the game on that. But when your property manager logs in, you need to check the maintenance request and handle them. Correspond with the tenants. They're going to have questions. It's the first of the year. When do I pay? When can I be late? Respond to those. Rent payments. Check them. Make sure they're funded. A lot of people will say they're paying and it's posting, and then they pull it from the computer. Did you know that people will post it? It will say in process, and then the midnight or the 11th hour, they cancel it. And so you thought that day that their rent was paid, and then they canceled it, and then it wasn't. Yeah, I got stung on that one time. Have your property manager check that. Make sure and verify that the funds are in your bank account. In your software, you should be checking in on your leads, requests, or shows about a property. Okay. Now, we have a system in place right there. When anybody requests, we do the 3-step slap. We email them, we call them, and we text them. That's their job as a property manager. Email, call, and text. Okay. Now, I know that with this world today, no one answers the phone, but still leave a message on the machine. It just shows that we are on top of stuff, and you should be on top of it. And then if you see when you're logged into the software, do you see applications? Where are they? And put them in order, meaning potential, decline, no more, need more info. Follow up with your applications. There's a process, and follow it. And of course, if you're running a property management company like myself, we have all this in writing. We have a policies and procedures. And if you don't have a policies and procedures, check out MrLandlord.com. He has a very thorough policies and procedures. It needs to be updated. Mine is coming out, I don't know when. I just mentioned earlier, this project that you're hearing about is 5 years old. But ask me more questions and I'll keep rolling them out. Follow up on leads. That's the next one. Phone call, leave messages, text. And when you're texting people, text them a link to the video. Every property that we have has a video. So you should have a video too. If you're not, I'll teach you how to do it. Go buy a gimbal, couple $100, make videos look blinged out. If you need help in that area, let your boy know. I'll show you. So when someone inquires about a property, hey, what property call about? Boom, we send them the listing, we send them an application link, and we send them a link to YouTube. So there's no question on what they're looking for, and we just speed up the ball as fast as possible. I believe following up leads is so important. It's priority number one. Yes, maintenance calls are, but I'm telling you, leads, I would do leads first. Follow up with current maintenance request. What happens is, as I was a property manager, we would get it, we would get the request, we would send out a plumber or heat and air guy, and that guy would get distracted. That guy would get busy. It would be 110 degrees and everyone's crying for your name. Dude, jump on that request. Make sure you're following up. And here's another tip. Make sure that they're billing you. I had a plumber one time wait 3 months to bill me and then drop me like a $5,000 bill. I was like, have you lost your mind? Have you ever heard of this thing called cash flow management? I can't just write you a $5,000 check today, homeboy, without verifying. Okay, let me get on the next one. Okay. Find out the status, close out work orders. You don't want to have them open, and contact every contract and make sure we're on the same page, that we're on the same goal. Okay. Another one, marketing your properties. Are you marketing your properties, and are you marketing your company? Okay. So you might have one property available, and say that's rented out, say you're 100% occupied. Wow. That happens. It's rare, but it does. Some people are going to toot their horn right now. Oh, mine's all, yeah, whatever, homie. Someone's always moving in. Someone's always moving out. You don't have enough units if you don't have that problem like I do. But let's just say you're down and they're all rented. Well, have your property manager promote your company. Hey, OKC Apple Homes, we're doing it. We love our tenants. We give referral bonuses, and let the world know what you're doing. If not, contact your tenants that have been, or residents that have been with you for 3 or 4 years, and write them a handwritten letter, and go get a $5 Sonic card and bless somebody. You market your properties on Facebook. Did you do that today? Every day. Did you market towards current tenants, like I just mentioned, with referral bonuses? And love on your current tenants that have been over there for 3 to 5 years. Make sure you're rolling with them. Create a flyer and and go buy a tube flyer at Lowe's or Home Depot or at your local sign place where you can stuff flyers in the tube. It works. I've seen it. I do it. Get it done. Get signs made. Do you need a metal sign? You know, the janky lank little $10 sign that you hand write on. I don't know if that has the results. I've tested that, but I believe the metal sign sustains the temperature and it looks professional. And it keeps the freaking professional tenants out of your face. Because when they see professional tenants, when I say professional tenants, they're the ones that are hustlers, okay? They know the game. When you have a professional sign, it usually, now it's rare, but usually the professional tenants disappear because they know that you have a policy and procedures in place. Now, all that's done. Now you check on your process for 60-day lease expiring. Now, most landlords, someone's moving at the end of the month. Nope. At our property management company, we do 60-day notices. Man, when they get to the 60-day mark, we're already contacting them, making a decision in the next 30 days. Are you leaving? Are you staying? We don't want you to leave. We'll incentivize you, but you got to get on the ball on that. Don't sleep at the wheel, and it's 2 weeks left at their lease, and they're in their mind, they're leaving and they didn't give you a proper 30-day notice because people, they don't know the law and they don't read their lease and they just assume that December 31st is the day that they could walk out without giving a notice. But if you send them a 60-day notice prior, guess what? You're on top of the game and you're not that ding-dong landlord with your pockets hanging out. Oh, man, I didn't know. Well, you know now. Give them 60-day notices. Inner office duties. Post ongoing vacancy properties on the board. So at our office, we know exactly what properties who are moving out, and it's in a visual element. Of course, we have it in the software. Of course, we all can access it, but it's nothing like when we put a house that was vacant on on October 30th, and guess what? It's been vacant 60 days later. You get a little juicy. Print that out, put that in your face. Out of mind, out of sight, out of mind, and you just get lazy. You need to put that property in your face so you can get your job done, so you can make income, so you can give, okay? Post your notices, get your eviction checklist. Maybe I'll go over that someday. Also, notify tenants by email and text. Severe weather warnings, air filter change reminders, so on and so forth. Okay, so that's just like kind of a daily, weekly, monthly checklist. Also, process rents at the first and the end of the month, quarterly property inspections. Now, I do that. We try to do that at least once a year, maybe even twice, a minimum of 6 months. We know if we've been to the property, depending on how many units you have. But I'm telling you, I've been stung where I had a tenant in there for 5 years, never heard from the guy, paid on time. Life is great in my mind until that mother moved out, until I had to rehab the whole house to the tune of 10 to 15 G's because there were so many cockroaches that got into the electrical system, that got into the heat and air system, that got into the flipping water heater because I was lazy, because I was collecting rents, living the life, and I did not do an interior inspection. Now, when I talk about an inspection, I'm not talking about drive by, the house is still there, it's not burned down. No, I'm talking about we have to do our annual inspection for insurance purposes, whatever you want to call it. Get in the property, walk around the property, inside the property, and find out what's going on in there, and then you can take care of any problems or circumstances at that time. And then if you have a really good property manager or you really want to groom one, have them start making reports. What's our vacancy number? What's our cash flow? How can we increase? Treat it like a business. Hopefully this was empowering. Hopefully it was informative. Hopefully you can stop being a joker and be a professional business owner that runs property for your legacy, for your retirement, for the future. Now go out there and go buy assets.
Thanks for listening to the Savvy Radio Show. Glide online and listen to our other motivating episodes at savvyradioshow.com. Connect on Twitter at LandlordBook and always be buying assets.